Yeah. You can see it through the window. Yeah, hold on everybody. Hold on. While driving. Well, good morning guys. It is the 1st of April today, and it is a very pleasant day actually. So we're starting to really get away from the heat through summer, and yeah, it's starting to cool down now, which is excellent. So I'm just here at the North Lease block, which is a little block where my house is, and we are going to be doing some spreading. So this is actually a neighbour's spreader that we are using, and I've just got to look up some graphs and things and get all the settings right. So there'll be a little bit of fiddling around here, and just making sure I've got the gate at the right opening and the cogs are all right, and yeah, just check all of that. Yeah, because we've only got a certain amount of fertilizer that we're going to be spreading here. So usually we use the anhydrous ammonia, the NH3, but on both the lease blocks, well, this lease block and the south lease block, so the smaller of the lease blocks, we are just doing yeah, just putting urea down. So that is the plan. We've got a neighbour is actually going to spread the urea at the south lease block, and so we're just doing it on this one. So that's the plan. So I've got to check this graph, make sure everything's all good to go, and then I've got to figure out how to work it. I have used this before actually, but that was a little while ago. So door opening 60 mil, I'll do that last. Sprocket side A, must be behind here. Ugh, there's always grease right on the latches for some reason. Getting grease all over me. Right, so that is that one, so you can swap it between that and that. I'm presuming that doesn't look like it's ever actually been run on the other side, so it needs to be, yep, that one's right. This one has got to be on the inside one, which it is there. Right, so that should be good. I'll actually put this back before I forget. That looks all good. Now, door opening to 60. So that is the urea. Then as this wheel turns, when it touches that wheel, it'll go this way, the belt turns backwards. So it'll take a bit of oomph to do that. That's to control the wheel. What remote have they got it plugged into? Number 2. Righto. Number 1 is for the spreaders. Number 2 is an engage. Righto. So this unit can spread to 36 meters, but we've found that it's yeah, a little bit patchy, so we're actually only going to do it to 24 meters, so same as the weed it. And then Phil and somebody is bringing down the auger and the truck with the rest of the urea in there, because we'll have about 4 loads to do, I think. So that'll that shouldn't take, it might be about half a day's work, I think. Right, I think I got everything sorted. There was a little bit of urea coming out, so I will just send it, I think. And I've actually got the drone. I'll throw it up because I'll be able to just double check how it's going for spread, to make sure the spinners are spinning fast enough and make sure everything like that's okay. So I'll do that. That's another handy use for the drone, and it is nice to use the drone for that because if anyone's spread urea before, if you go behind this thing, you get pelted and it kind of hurts. Right, well, I've done an up and a back, so I really want to just have a quick look on the ground here, make sure it's looking fairly even. You can see all the white dots, that's good. And then as I go over to where I was before, make sure it stays reasonably consistent. That seems pretty good. Maybe a little thin here, which that was where my marks were. Oh no, that's probably pretty consistent. So this is about halfway here between the tram lines. I haven't done that tram line, so there will still be a bit over here because it will spread further, but yeah, it's obviously starts to thin out quite a bit, and obviously there's not much at all there. So yeah, I think I got it set pretty right for what we're trying to achieve. So we do have a bit of rain forecast in a couple of days, so that's why we are spreading it. You've got to be a little bit careful with urea if you spread it or to get the use out of it, and so it doesn't just evaporate or volatilize, I think is the word. You need it to be a decent amount of rain to actually bring it into the soil. You don't want just a little bit of rain, enough to sort of wet it up but not get it out of but not get into the soil. So yeah, it's complicated, but there is a theory to it, and there's a bit of luck to it as well with the weather. Righto, let's keep going. I'm going to have some visitors, I think. Some of my kids are going to come on for a bit. As it is a public holiday, which farmers don't really, don't really notice them that much, but the kids are all home from school and preschool, so I'll get them out of mum's hair for a little bit, I think. Looks like my visitors have arrived on their big trek on their bike. It's only, what, 300 metres? So that'll be good. It'll be a bit squishy in here. Come on. Yeah? Yep, that's a good place to put your bikes. Good job. Now, someone can sit on my lunchbox and someone can sit up here. Take your bag off. Hey, show everyone on the camera your shirt. Look at that. Got your name and the Jackson Brothers logo. Eddie, where's your shirt? Yeah? Good job. Now you're going to sit on my lunchbox? Yeah? Hang on, I've got to slam the door. There we go. Take your bag off. There we go. All good? Oh, I've got your bag back there. This is a bit exciting, isn't it?
Boring.
Boring? What? It's not boring.
Why?
It's not boring. If you look really closely behind us, you can see little white things are flying out the back of this spreader, and you can see on the ground, they're hitting the ground. Can you see that? You see that, Eddie? Yeah?
I can see that too.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I can see it in there.
Yeah. You can see it through the window. Yeah. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. While driving, do you want to say goodbye to everyone on the camera?
Bye.
Eddie?
Bye.
We'll have fun in here, won't we? Well guys, we're just filling up. I've said goodbye to my little offsiders here. Phil's brought the truck and the auger down with his offsiders. So he's got a few of them down there. So yes, we're going to fill up for the second load. It'll probably be nearly 3 loads, I think. So I might have to do some manoeuvring here to get it topped right off. Anyway, all's going well. It seems to be doing a pretty good job, so that's exciting. Well, we're coming to nearing the end of our second load, and we're probably we're a little bit over halfway, but I've got a couple other offsiders now, the other two. So where's your Jackson Brothers shirt? You didn't wear it today? No. And then we've got little Millie. She's got hers on, so she's having fun on sitting on Daddy's lunchbox. But yes, all's going well. So yeah, it's just much the same. So I'm not quite sure exactly yet. Usually the rate is pretty accurate with the app, but I'm just not sure yet. I can only go off GPS hectares, so, and with that, if you forget to turn the colouring in off or whatever, it's just not very accurate. So yeah, I'm trying to just still figure that one out a bit, but we will. Yeah, I think we're close anyway. If I've got a bit left over, I'll probably just shut the door halfway at the back and then just do a couple of long runs and use up a bit, and that'll be a good test to see. Yeah, just do different rates. So anyway, we're still continuing here. I do have a code that's come up for the engine again. We have been having issues with that. We replaced an injector. When was that? Probably a couple of months ago. It was a dead injector, and we're hoping it's not another dead injector, because we actually got these rebuilt not that long ago. So all the injectors have been redone. So yeah, I've still got to just test it out. I'll see if it's a plug issue or anything like that. But that's a developing story. So you just, yeah, sometimes you can't catch a break, it seems, but it is what it is. Oh, do I have to turn around? Is that what you're telling me? It's a good thing I got offsiders here telling me when I need to turn around so I don't crash through a fence, eh? So we'll update in a bit. Well, we've got it all done, and yeah, I mean the rate wasn't perfect. I think we might have been maybe 190 kilos to the hectare instead of about 220 we were aiming at, but still not too bad. I ended up, just to run out what was in the bin here, I ended up just doing like a half rate and another probably 12 hectares. Currently we're just a bit unsure whether I'm going to be hooking this tractor up to the weed it and then spraying at the main lease block, or whether I'll be coming back here and spraying with the weed it at the 80 hectares here. So we're just not sure exactly. I think there's a few fresh weeds coming through still at the main lease block, so we may have to hold off until after the rain, just otherwise yeah, the weed it won't pick up the real small weeds, and yeah, you end up sort of having to come back a lot sooner because it hasn't been got. So yeah, logistics, so good fun. But anyway, for the minute I'm going to tidy up this. I'll blow this all down, clean it all up, and then take it back to the neighbour, and I'll give it a grease too, take it back to the neighbour, and then I'll head up and we'll figure out exactly what we're doing then, I guess. We are back here at the main farm. I figured I'd actually just bring it up here, bring a tractor up here and work on it when I got tools and all the bits and pieces I need. So I've had a quick look. I think we found the problem. Got Eliza back with me. So hello. Hello. She's got her shirt on now and her pink hat. So those are still available on our website, so check it out in the description, guys. Just a quick little plug. It's not your hat. Whose is it? Did Mum just give it to you? Ah, well, might have to be yours, eh? I don't think you've got one yet. So we're here with the 280, obviously. I've unplugged the injector plugs, so these actually have two pairs. So that one there does cylinder 1 and 2 injectors. This plug here does 3 and 4, and that one does 5 and 6. The code came up saying number 6. There was an issue with number 6. So this plug here, because it actually faces that way, I've undid the bolt there and I turned it around so I could access the pins easy. But I've just done an ohms test on it, or a resistance test, and I pulled this one off and did it on these ones too, just to triple check. And it looks like, yeah, one of them, I'm presuming it'll be number 6, because that's the one we've got an issue with, is saying 85 ohms, which is very, very high. And all the other, I haven't tested the front one, but yeah, this one and the other one in that is saying about 0.7 of an ohm, which I'm not sure what the specs are, but considering the other one's a 0.7 and that one's 85, I'd say that we've got a dead injector. Which, as I briefly mentioned before, we've only, yeah, we pulled these out, probably maybe a year or two ago, and got them all reconditioned and done up, so that's a bit sad. And then we have actually, I think it was number 4 maybe, a couple months ago maybe, Phil and Johnny, I think it was, or anyway, yeah, actually replaced one of the injectors because we had one fail. So yeah, not ideal. I'm not sure why they'd be failing like that, but anyway, I think that's our issue. I'll button this all back together. We'll maybe get organised, get another injector, and go from there. So anyway, I'll go and I'll probably hook up to the weed, get sorted for that, and then I'll call up Phil or Brad, or and figure out exactly what I'm doing for the afternoon, I guess. So we'll I'll let you know when I know. It's ended up being a bit of a late update. I was just going flat out trying to get everything sorted. So I was able to get the previous chemical out of this tank, put it in a shuttle, and then that we can use again at a later date, and then flush it out, put the chemical we're using now, all of that stuff. So that just took a bit of time to get everything ready to go. But I'm back here, and I don't think I've ever fertilised and then sprayed the same property in a day, but here we go, we did it. I've still got another probably 3 hours. It's about 6 o'clock, so I'll be going well into the night, but yeah, it'll be good to get it done. They are talking possibility of the rain starting tomorrow at about lunchtime. Then with spraying, you really don't want rain very soon after you've sprayed, because it just washes off the chemical before the leaves can absorb it. And so you generally probably want like a 2 hour, but some chemicals are up to 6 hours. So if I can get it all on tonight, then we don't have to worry about that tomorrow. I'll throw the drone up, and we'll possibly end the video with the drone footage. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching.